Secretary-General of the ANC, nor am I an acting Secretary-General of the ANC.
The message is clear. Jesse Duarte is the ANC's Deputy Secretary-General, and the party's Secretary-General Ace Magashule is facing only a temporary suspension. Magashule has been given until Thursday to apologize for his actions after his failed attempt to suspend party President Cyril Ramaphosa.
This letter that suspends a sitting president in a manner that it was done could have had many repercussions and would have perhaps had repercussions. People started calling from other countries to verify. So there is a need for a retraction of that statement made by the SG. Nevertheless, the NEC is very clear that there is no legal basis in our constitution for that to have been done, in the ANC constitution even. And therefore the suggestion was to request the SG to do so within 48 hours, and the President made that at the end of his statement, although in the NEC body there was no timeline given. And I just want to be clear about that. We're hoping that within this week we will see the SG doing so.
While Magashule has indicated that he will appeal his suspension, the NEC says it is currently working on establishing an appeals body.
Rule 25.70 does not make any provision for appeal, because it is a provision that is in favor of the ANC entirely. However, in the debate and discussions, there is a view that people ought to be able to have a way of interacting with the ANC about the reasons for their suspension, even if it is temporary. And for that reason, the concept of an appeals team is being considered, and we put it in the guidelines but did not mention names because we would like to first of all consult the people, but also examine whether or not people could not use the existing appeals processes within the ANC, like the NDCA, which is existing, to make an appeal. However, this particular temporary suspension, I just want to reiterate, is purely a defensive suspension to defend the ANC itself.
The implementation of the step-aside resolution was approved and reaffirmed by the NEC meeting. The resolution has impacted 2 senior members of the party.
From the NEC, only 2. From the various provinces, we're still receiving provincial reports about people who have been criminally charged. So the provinces are already acting on their own. And at last count, on Friday, we had received something over 30 people that covered the spectrum of provinces throughout the country who had been criminally charged and are awaiting trial, as it were. So, yeah, there may be less, there may be more. Some names that were on the list we pointed out to the provinces were names where the courts had withdrawn the charges. So they were charged and the courts had withdrawn the charges. So there's still an ongoing process there.
Members of the party who have been asked to step aside are required to stay out of their positions until the criminal cases against them are finalized. Until then, they may not participate in party activities or carry out their work responsibilities. They are required to update the ANC on the progress of their cases every month, and their suspensions will be reviewed every 6 months. For Newsroom Africa on Channel 405, I'm Bali Tetani in Johannesburg.